how's it going? This is Amanda from Amanda Around the Globe. Today I wanted to talk about the best books for personal growth. So all of these books have had a dramatic impact on my life. They have all been really helpful to me and have really changed some part of my life. So I'm going to tell you what those are. The first book that really changed my life, I think this book really takes credit for where I am right now. It is a book about finances and it's called I Will Teach You to Be Rich. It's by Ramit Sethi. I don't know how you say his last name, but it's a great book. It's easy to read, it's genius, and it really helps you sort out your finances. I used to be terrible with money. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I've said that in a few of my videos, but I used to be really bad with money. I never would have been able to save up enough to travel the world if I hadn't read that book. So I highly recommend that. I'm going to link all the books down below in case you can't understand what I'm saying, because maybe sometimes I talk fast. Check that out for sure. I am kind of a health nerd, and I have a few books that really changed my views on nutrition and health. And the first one I read was called Skinny Bitch. It's hilarious, it's really funny, and it's also very informative. I really recommend that one. Another book that I really love is called Crazy Sexy Diet by Kris Carr. Her story is incredible. She has an incurable cancer and she has stopped its growth for 10 years by changing her diet and eating a very alkaline diet. It explains everything in the book. Definitely go read that. And she also has a cookbook called Crazy Sexy Kitchen, which has some of my favorite recipes of all time in it. She has some great recipes in there. That is the only cookbook I kept when I went minimalist. I got rid of all of my cookbooks except for that one. Like, that's how good it is. So now we will go into more of like personal growth psychology kind of books. I just make the weirdest arm movements. I don't know what that was. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. She also wrote Eat, Pray, Love, I think. And anyways, this book is amazing. It's so inspirational. I highly recommend it. It's really about, I don't even know how to describe what it's about. I did read it, but it's just very inspirational to me in terms of creativity and art. This is just a really interesting book, and it's a great read. I highly recommend it. Everyone that I know that's read it has loved that book. So definitely check that out. Another book that I really love that I recently read, I actually read this while I was in Paris, so since I've been traveling, I read The Power of Vulnerability by Brené Brown, and that book also completely changed my life. I learned so much about relationships from that book. I learned so much about the importance of vulnerability and how being very open and transparent and real and honest and loving can really transform your relationships. I'm just gonna say a lot of my relationships have changed dramatically since reading this book. So that's a warning sign for you, but it's a very good book, and I am actually have all of her books on my reading list, so I'm very excited to read the rest of her books. Brené Brown. Another book that has very much changed my life is, this is one of those books that I keep coming back to. Obviously I know a lot of people have probably heard of this one, but The Four Agreements is life-changing for sure. I've read that book a few times and I constantly am going back to it, and I've been thinking about just writing up the 4 agreements and posting them on my wall here in Chiang Mai, because it's still something that I work on every single day. I love that book. Another book that is kind of really closely linked for me to the 4 agreements is called The Untethered Soul. This book is so incredible. Like, before I started traveling, I would read some of this book like all the time, just a little bit at a time, because it's really intense and pretty deep, but it's really helpful, and it's a great book for personal growth. totally recommend that one also. I guess the next one would be in the relationships category. This next book is a book about relationships. It's called The 5 Love Languages. It is incredible and it is very eye-opening to relationships. I really believe that if you read this book, your relationship will change. It talks about like how people give and receive love, and so you can be with someone and you can be doing the most loving acts for them, thinking that you're showing them how much you love them, and to them it might not really register as a loving act and they might not feel the love that you're trying to give to them. It's just an incredible book. I cannot explain it all. This would be a really long video if I tried to explain it all, so I'm not going to, but definitely check that book out. And then my last book, which I've already mentioned on my channel somewhere before, is called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. This one is very interesting and awesome for people that are just getting into minimalism. Okay, that's all my books. So I hope you guys really loved this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to link all the books down below so you guys can check those out on Amazon. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!